But the Lions, and notice, and I've something to say after we show this because it confirms what I already kind of believe. But shout out Detroit Times. Jordan Schultz put out Ohio State defensive tackle Tyleik
I didn't even see this today.
Williams has a pre-draft visit scheduled with the Lions. So remember, we talk about this. A lot of things come full circle when we have conversations on this show. We get ahead of things. And we talked about how visits are meaningful. And it sounds obvious, but the Lions value, if they're speaking to a player, they like them. And when they speak to a player, they want confirmation on what they already think of a player. They want to speak to them and check those boxes, see what makes them tick, all that stuff. So the fact that they're talking to Tyleik, they've already had a visit with Deion Walker. I think they're looking at this thing going, we may need to scoop up a D tackle, or not even that. Let's not even go the need thing. There's some good D tackles in this draft.
Yep.
That's what they're thinking to themselves. So I think the probability of them replacing DJ Reader, or at least having someone to play in place of Aleem, however you want to spin it, is getting more and more real as the days go on. They're inviting more big defensive tackles out to meet with them. And Tyleik, you would know more about him, Klotz, like where he plays, how he would succeed. But I think it's interesting they're talking to defensive tackles. I do.
No, Tyleik, boys, and it's ironic that I think he plays a lot like Aleem McNeil. When you look at A, he's good against the run, but B, he's athletic. He's very light-footed. He's not out there. He's not going to be Walter Nolan. He's not going to be somebody like that, but he's going to be out there, and this is going to be one of the better defensive tackles in this draft. Again, I don't think he's Walter Nolan, Kenneth Grant, any of those guys, but that second tier, like in the second round, Tyleik Williams can get after the quarterback. He had 11.5 career sacks at Ohio State. And when you look at the big games, especially against the run and putting pressure on the quarterback, forcing incompletions, Tyleik Williams always stepped up. And on that front seven, which was a loaded front seven, he was the heartbeat. Like, he was the guy that when they needed to make a play, he was out there, he made a sack, and then he let everybody fucking know that he got a sack and he got that defense going. So when you look at a high motor guy, Tyleik Williams, intelligent football.
Whoa.
Anyone still there? Hello?
I think we lost Klotz on that. Maybe he'll come back.
For a second, the fact that he was full screen and that happened, I thought the whole stream was gone.
No, but to what Klotz was saying, he is built.
I thought we shut down first.
Here,
I thought we shut down
That's
first.
2 days in a row now, fellas. That was terrible. I've been waiting all day to rant about Tyleik Williams, been saying how he's a perfect fit.
Like you were saying.
When Aleem McNeil, I'll continue the rant for like 30 seconds. Aleem McNeil, going to be out the first couple of weeks. If he's not out, he's not going to be 100%. DJ Reader is going to be there. You're getting a younger Aleem McNeil, and he's already athletic enough where you saw Aleem kind of go through that process where he's like, you know what, want to lose a couple of pounds so I can get after the quarterback. I don't think that's all. It's attractive in the moment because you're like, I'm going to be athletic. When you're a defensive tackle, that weight is there for a reason, and Tyleik Williams already is athletic enough where he can keep that weight. So you're getting a guy that can get after the quarterback, and I think develop very well under Aleem. Second round guy, though.
He is built. Sure. I mean, you talk about how he's built. He's 6. What is he? 6'1"?
No, he's
big
6'3".
fella. Big
6'3",
fella.
327.
Yeah, no, you're right. 6'3", 327 pounds.
He's a big fella. He's a big fella.
And he's
probably
a
getting a little bit of shape. Get a little. Not you don't have to slim down and lose all the weight, but hey, get in NFL shape. I think there's a difference between college shape and NFL shape, especially at that position. I would argue, in my opinion, at least. You see guys do it all the time.
Played most of his snaps in the B gap. Like that dude, I mean, his grades, his run defense is what he prides himself on. Pass rushing, it's not really, again, a guy that size, you're like, can you stop the run? He can.
He can get to the quarterback.
He got a little juice too to get to the QB. I like that. I mean, that when we talk about a DJ Reader replacement, that's DJ Reader. He's a stout run defender. That's what you're looking for, a true nose tackle. And I mean, Tyleik, I got to do more research on him because where's he projected to go? What's
second
his
round?
So he's
boys, I'm telling you, like he can get after the quarterback. He's not just a run. Like he might I think he only had 11.5 sacks over the course of his career. But if you watch his Notre Dame game from last year when Ohio State and Notre Dame played, major like interior pressure, forcing the quarterback to step up, make a play outside the pocket, but he's a guy in big games. Like, he gets to the quarterback. He's not just somebody that's a run specific defensive tackle. So
Yeah, he had 5 sacks as a freshman. So yeah, he's got
Yeah, I just did a
He's
mock draft.
athletic.
He went 51 overall. So
I don't see why he doesn't go in the second round.
he might not make it to
yeah,
60.
I was
so
gonna say
probably
11 and a
have to trade
half
up.
through his career is actually pretty good for a nose tackle.
Yeah.
I
I mean, even
Yeah,
like
but
look at
I'm
like
saying you compare it to like Walter Nolan through the course of
no,
his
but
career,
to your
he's got
point,
more.
like he's got more
that-
juice, and I'm probably
say,
giving him credit.
if he's like going to be like a DJ Reader doesn't go out there and get a bunch of sacks. He had his career high this year with the Detroit Lions, and that was, in my opinion, because there was guys out, and his career high is like 3 sacks. So like you're talking about 11 and a half through, you're talking about 11 and a half through 4 years, or however many years he was at Ohio State. I don't even think sacks is like with DJ Reader and people. I see a lot of people too, and it's just maybe people who don't know football, but like questioning DJ Reader because of his sacks. But that's not his game. Like you just don't know what you're talking about. It's like that with him. Like I do think there's a world, and Jeff, I think it was me and you that had a conversation a couple of weeks ago about the defensive tackles with the Lions. Like I think it's a deeper group than people think and people lead on to it. And I think like the only way that these arguments can be made is because one, Aleem is out, and not even that he's out to start, but he's been injured back-to-back seasons, and not just small injuries at MCL and ACL. Like he's been injured. DJ Reader, he doesn't have a lot of time left on his deal. He signed a short-term deal. So like you are sitting there like, hey, we do need some potential starters, guys that can step in. I think like if you take that away, you take the injuries from Aleem away and just say this year alone, I think this defensive tackle group you can win a Super Bowl with as is. But like I think guys like Tyleik, like these guys, I think it's more so like, what is he going to do for you in the future? Like you're going to, in my opinion, how deep this defensive tackle draft class is, you're drafting a defensive tackle. And I don't think it has nothing to do with needs, because you don't need a defensive tackle.
No, they're just
day
talent.
one. It's just that is literally the BPA argument, to where like these are just talented dudes from round 1 to round 2 and even round 3. I mean, honestly, even to like the 6th round, like you see the guys like my guy Ty Robinson. You see guys like that. Klotz, your guy from Notre Dame, Riley Mills. Is it Riley Mills?
Yeah.
So like you see guys from top to bottom every single day, all 3 days of this draft, to where it's like, I will guarantee you at some point a defensive tackle will be taken off the board by the Detroit Lions. And if they don't, it's a miss, because there's so many good ones. But I don't see a world where Brad's meeting with Kenneth Grant, who's a projected top 20 draft pick right now. And he's meeting with him. So I think it's like, be prepared, because I do think that's a big need for the future of the Lions, not this year, but for the future.
Yeah,
hey,
Tom
Jeff, real quick, go check out the tweet I just sent you. This is like one of my favorite accounts on Twitter. This is like half the time where I found like my Klotzy's guy. This is where it's at. Look who they compare him to in there. The most recent one. I think I just sent you.
Can we pull it up so people?
Yeah,
can see?
yeah. It's all like that's where I get the footage that we play for. Now here's a guy leaking a valid source here, but I don't care. It's for the benefit of the show.
Where you send it on?
Can you pull it up, Klotz?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Thought you meant Twitter. Yeah, I got it. Okay, yeah, here we go. NFL draft files. Okay, yeah, let me pull this up so you guys can see it. Let me see. All right. Oh my gosh, seeing him on tape too. He's massive, dude. All right, here's this is the Notre Dame thing you're talking about?
This was this year, but I was thinking last year. I remember he was just suffocating against Notre Dame. But like, if you scroll up and like look who they compare him to, they compare him to Aleem McNeil. Like he's the perfect Aleem McNeil comp. Like him or not like Devontae Wyatt from the Packers. Like you're getting one of those guys in the 2nd round, because that was the upside with Aleem.
At that
was his
size
ability.
too.
What do you say, Boone?
Let's say, look at him run at that size.
Yeah, but look at he's a walking double team.
Yeah.
mean,
It looks like he's about to get the crazy thing. It looks like he's about to get just like thrown around. Like he like that first play. It looks like he's about to get blown up. No, did he? And then he just takes the double team on and makes the play.
Look at him! Look at him move.
I'm saying the big fella moving.
High motor boys.
No, that's
I like it. I'm in.
I'm intrigued by Tyleik. I am. I like it. He can attract double teams. You know, he's. I mean, obviously by the numbers, 11.5 sacks in 4 years. He's got some pass rush upside. He's big. DJ Reader replaced. If they took him in the 2nd, I would not be upset.
I hate this so much, boys. If I'm being honest, not him as the pick. I just hate the fact that there are just so many dudes in the first 2 rounds, in my opinion, to where it's like we're gonna have to like watch a lot of these guys go somewhere else because you can only have 2 of them.
Hey, what's going on there? It's Jeff Iafrate. Appreciate you for finishing the video. You can check out one of the videos here suggested or show support by commenting, liking, and subscribing. And buy your merchandise, officialctsports.com.